Hey guys, my name is Tito. I make videos on personal finance on my other channel. On this channel, I talk about other things, like today when I'll be reviewing a new Nollywood film that's currently in cinemas, a film that shares its name with the name of my favorite song by SZA, The Weeknd. You take Wednesday, Thursday, I think I got it covered for the weekend. When a young woman goes to spend the weekend with her boyfriend's family in a place called Kwasa village, she slowly begins to notice that something isn't quite right with the locals. The Weeknd is directed by Oriahi, who also directed the acclaimed films Sylvia and Taxi Driver, Okoasheo. Now, first of all, I have to say that this is not a sponsored review. Secondly, because this movie is currently in cinemas, I will not ruin the film for you by dropping spoilers, so this is going to be spoiler free, which is a good thing for me because that means I'll limit the things I say, and that also means this will be a shorter review. That said, guys, let's dive into it, beginning with the performances. Uzoamaka Aniunoh plays Nikia, one of the main characters in the film, and Uzoamaka shows once again that she's a very dynamic actress. I've never seen her in a film like this, i.e. a drama thriller, and she really delivers that fear factor very well, with some great physical acting and just great delivery all around. And I think it helps that, in my opinion, Uzoamaka has like big, pretty eyes, right? And typically as human beings, when we're scared, our eyes open up a whole lot. And, you know, I think because of her eyes, it really helps to communicate the fear at certain points in the film. But in a nutshell, Uzoamaka does a brilliant job once again. Bucci Franklin plays Luke in the movie, her love interest, and Bucci Franklin does a really good job. He's another fantastic actor, and Luke is kind of like the middleman, you know, in this film. He's the person between a certain set of people in the film and another set of people in the movie, and he communicates things really well in the film. Yeah, it's ironic that I use that word communicates because, to be honest, Luke didn't communicate certain things when he should have been communicating certain things, but that's the way thrillers or suspense movies go, right? There are points where you feel like characters should actually say what's going on, you know, but they don't for whatever reason. But I guess it's just a horror or suspense trope. Moving on anyway, Keppy, Ekpeyong, and Gloria, Anozie Young, they play the Chezetas, and they're the parents, you know, in this film. Well, they're Luke's parents in the movie, right? Sorry to give that away if that's a spoiler, but if you've seen the trailer, it's in there. Anyway, so they're the parents in the film. They are, you know, they look believable as a couple. And I mean, these two actors are Nollywood veterans, and they really do deliver on the mandate in the movie. Personally, if I directed them in this film, I would have cranked up those two characters a bit more. Meg Otanwa plays Kama, and she's related to the family, you know, in this film. And she's, I mean, it's Meg Otanwa. I'm yet to see a film that Meg Otanwa is in where she doesn't just sweep it all away and just leave nothing on the table, right? Meg is one of, I think lots of people will agree, one of our best actresses in Nollywood. Meg is fantastic, and she really does deliver in this film. She almost steals the show in this movie, to be honest, but Meg is brilliant in the movie. Somebody who actually does steal the show in this film is James Gardiner, and he plays Zebo, I believe his character's name was, and Zebo is a good example of great characterization in a movie because of Zebo's qualities and the nuances and the things they let us know about this guy, from his dressing to the way he speaks, his mannerisms, everything, this guy was very well characterized. And I saw this movie at the premiere on Friday the 30th of August, and let me just say that the audience either loved Zebo or hated Zebo. But he was a very memorable character, and James Gardiner's performance was brilliant. And I'm calling it now that come award season, James Gardiner is going to get a few nominations for Best Supporting Actor for his performance in this film. I am calling it. Damilola Ogunsi is also in the movie as Ben. It's a smaller role, but it's good. Also, another character that I wish, or if I were in the director's seat of this movie, I would have cranked up that character a little bit more. What I liked. Hey, what's up guys? It's engagement time. Please do me a favor and like this video by clicking on the like button, and subscribe to my channel as well by clicking on that black subscribe button. Feel free to share the video with anyone who you feel might enjoy it too, and leave me a comment down below. Doing these things, these engagement related things, it helps YouTube videos to perform better in search and on the platform generally, and it, that by extension helps the YouTuber. So please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks so much if you've done any of those things. Now let's jump back into the video. The cinematography in this film is very impressive. Shout outs to Kago Idebo, the DOP, i.e. the director of photography for this project. The camera work was really good. It was very visually pleasing in many of the scenes, right? And piggybacking off that, I would say I really liked the production design as well. Clearly, they were going for a look and a feel with this movie, and I think they achieved what they were going for 100%, right? I also liked the sound design in this movie. In films like this, horror or suspense, or in this case, drama, thriller, sound plays a key role in, telling the story and also getting the viewer to feel a certain type of way that you want them to feel, right? And they used it very intentionally. They used sound and music very intentionally in this film. There are very few scenes in this movie where you're not hearing something unique or strategic, that will make you feel some type of way. So I appreciated that, and it was very, very good. I also liked some of the shot compositions. They had a couple of money shots in this film. Two of my favorite being a scene where Zebo and Kama are in a convertible, and the camera is placed behind them for a while, and you get to see not just them in the car, but some landscape, right? And the landscape is actually quite impressive. I asked during the Q&A after the movie at the premiere what the location was, or where this movie was made, and they said it was made in Lagos and Abeokuta. So those Abeokuta landscapes they were quite impressive in my opinion, right? Another composition I liked was, I think, the first time when we were introduced to Uzoamaka's character Nikia. They kind of take a shot through a mirror or something like that, and I'm trying not to give too much away. But yeah, I like some of the short compositions. Finally, I said it before, but I think it's worth saying again, the acting was really good, but I particularly enjoyed James Gardiner and Meg Otanwa's acting in this film. What I didn't like, I feel like certain things were just way too convenient in this film. Way too convenient. Like, a character disappearing for a while, or like a locked door, a door that is typically locked that all of a sudden isn't locked anymore. I felt like those things were a bit convenient. I understand such is the nature of films like this, thrillers and horrors, or like in this case, a drama thriller, but maybe a better explanation as to why certain things happened would have helped with the storytelling and would have helped me, the audience member. Another thing that I didn't like was, it felt like there was a period in the film where things were a bit slow. The film generally does a good job of building up on tension, right? Tension build up. But then the tension really gets to a point in, a high point in the film, and then, yeah. Anyway, the final act of this movie, I feel also could have done with a bit more heat. Because films like this don't come by often in Nollywood, or from Nollywood as the case may be, and if you're going to do it, why not just go to town? Just go crazy. So I wish they had gone a bit more crazy in the final act of the movie. Not to say that the final act of the movie was not impressive, but I feel like, hey, knock me out of my seats, why don't you? And finally, the antagonist of this film. Let me just say that I wish the antagonist was more frightening and menacing. I wish it was like to the degree of like Jack Nicholson in, was it The Shining? So I wish we had that kind of situation going on. Who should see it? See The Weeknd if you enjoy suspense, horror, and thriller type of movies, right? Although this film is a bit mild on the horror, right? It's not even a horror film. Like I said, it's drama, thriller. So if you really like intense horror, this may be quite mild for you. But if you're like me and you don't like horror, then this is just about right, okay? Also, if you enjoyed Ile from a couple of years ago, I think you'll enjoy this as well. Sorry that I'm comparing the two. Some people don't like when I compare movies, but I feel it's a good way to give people an idea of what to expect. I personally enjoyed this more than I enjoyed Ile. Sorry once again for anyone who may be offended by that statement. In conclusion, this film was thought-provoking, was visually stimulating. The cast and crew really came together with the intention of making something special, and I think they achieved that. At the premiere, when the movie was over and the cast was in front, for Q&A, there was a gentleman behind me who, called my attention, and he asked what I thought. I told him, then I asked what he thought about the film, and he said that he thinks this is one of the top 5 Nollywood films he's seen. I asked him from 2024, he said no, ever from Nollywood, top 5. I also wanted to ask him if he was a member of the crew or the cast for this production, but I didn't get a chance to. My friend also, Damilola, what's up, Dami? He said that this was also in his top 5 of 2024. I found both their statements to be a bit interesting. For me anyway, I will rate this movie, The Weeknd, 2.5 jollofs over 5. 2.5 over 5. Guys, if you enjoyed this review, I really hope that you did. Do me a favor and like it by clicking on the like button just underneath the video, and subscribe to this channel as well by clicking on the black subscribe button. Doing that helps me, this channel, and my content a great deal. Now, to check out some of my past reviews or some of my other videos, you can click the card in the corner of the screen. I have a video coming out really soon. That's if it's not even out already by the time this video comes out, where I talk about like a topical issue, like around Nollywood. I want to be doing more of that, going forward. If I've put it out, the thumbnail will be showing on the screen. But if I haven't, please look out for it and please watch that video. I'm curious to see how you guys will react to that particular type of content. Thank you guys for the final time. Leave me a comment down below, especially if you've seen the movie. No spoilers though, in the comment section. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.